Hi, grade sixes. We're going to continue today with our math of our 2D angles and things like that, 2D shapes. So let's have a look. I'm going to screen share for you so that we can get onto IXL. Our two-dimensional figures, we did Z1 and 2 yesterday. So today we're going to look at Z3 and 4. So types of angles. Let's have a look. Remember, you can always pull up your notes that I set for you on your Google Classroom or on your work page, actually, the notes that I put for you, or you can always toggle on to this Learn with an Example first up if you are just wanting to have a look again at what that means. So let's look at them together. A right angle looks like the corner of a square, and the telltale of a right angle is that it has a square. You'll see the other angles, they've got a little curved line, part of a circle or a segment of the circle, but a right angle will look like a box, will look like a square. Okay, so that's a good way to know. If it is bigger than that, like a corner of a page, even use a corner of a page, tear off a little corner of a page and put it on the screen and see, does it go bigger than that? Does it go off? Or does it hide the angle second line? Because if it hides it, then it would be less than a right angle. If it went off and you could still see both, then the right angle, it would be greater. All right, so let's go back to the practice and let's try this one. So if I were to put my corner in here, I would form, let's see what we can do with our annotation. If there is a box here, let's try this, okay? So if I were to put my corner there, you can see that this part over here, you can see it, okay? It doesn't go along the line of the top of the box, and we've put it flush against the other line, all right? So we know that if we can see it, it's gone bigger, all right? So that one is greater than the right angle. Let's try that again. Be great if I could select that. Hold on. Okay, here's my box, and I'm not sure we can rotate it. Okay, if we're looking here, we can see that we have got, no, I don't have a nice little tool for you guys. Okay, but what you can see is, looking at the line, it actually looks like you could fit into a little box into there, but if you're looking at the little picture of the angle, you can see that it is not a square. All right, so I'm just doing line manually. I've put my page on one line and I can see that it's actually slightly bigger than a right angle. So we're going to add that that is greater than a right angle. And I am correct. In this angle, it is greater than or equal to or less than a right angle. Again, I can use my little corner of my page and I can put that right on the screen and make sure that if I can see both, which at this point I can't, right? This corner piece over here needs to go exactly in that corner dot that it's making. There's like a point with two arrows coming from it. That point is where I want this corner to be. And I'm going to make this side go exactly along one of the lines. And then if the other angle is too big, it goes out like that. Then I know that it's greater. If it's exactly perfect, then it should be a right angle, and it should have a little square in the middle to represent that angle. And if the one is on this side and it actually, you can't see the second one because it goes in a bit too early, if it's smaller, then you know that that is smaller. So if I put my corner right on that dot, right along with me, put the dot, corner on the dot, flush along one side, I cannot see, apart from actually through my page, it's great because the screen is showing it up a little bit, it is definitely smaller than a 90-degree angle. And so less than a right angle is the answer to this question. All right, so that is, here you can actually see that little square that it makes with the right angle. So you know that that is a right angle, which is equal to 90 degrees. So let's go to Z4, where we will continue to learn a little bit. And this one is interesting. It's estimating angle measurements. Now, yesterday, Friday, we measured with a protractor, and that was great. This time it's not giving you a protractor. So what are we going to do? I'm going to use my box again, my drawing, and I'm going to draw a square from that point up. All right. Now I can see that it's definitely smaller than 90 degrees. If it is halfway, like I have got a line here, let's use a different color so that you can see it. If I've got my line here and it's going there, that's kind of halfway through my box, through my square. And if it's halfway, I know going straight up would give me a 90-degree angle. And this is halfway, more or less, between. And if you look at the question, it is saying estimate, which means make a good guess, the measure of this angle within 15 degrees, okay? So it's giving you a little bit of leeway either way. So if I'm going to guesstimate, this line with the green arrow is going to be about half of 90 degrees, half of the way up to my 90-degree angle, which works out to be 45 degrees. Let's see what it says. Yeah, great. Okay, excuse me. Right, let's have a look at this one. If I have, again, a box and we put it along that side and we make it into as much of a square as possible, now I can see this time that my line that I am drawing is not halfway. Halfway would be about there, right? From corner to corner. So that's 45. So it's definitely less than 45. So could it be 35? Could it be 25? 15? If you were to try to imagine that it's a clock. So 45, 35, 25, 15, 5, and then eventually at the bottom. So I would say this angle is roughly 30 or 35. It's giving us 15 degrees of a trying. So I'm going to try for 30. Let's see what it says about that. Okay, good. I hope that you are understanding what I'm trying to do by showing how to estimate. So again, in these little squares I'm drawing, you would do with your piece of paper on your screen. And as you get the hang of it, you will learn that. Let's not do a white block because then you actually can't see anything. Let's make it red, right? So if I try to make a square, try to make it as square as you can. If you're using the corner of a page, then also try to make it square. All right, and my line, if I had my line going from corner to corner, I know that that is 45 degrees. Now this one is up above 45 degrees. If it went straight up, then I know that that would be a 90-degree angle. So 45, again, use a clock, 55, 65. Let's put in little darker spots here. 45, 55, 55, 65, 75, 85, and then we have our 90. So more or less, we are looking at the 40, 50, 50 to 55 to 65. So maybe let's make it 60. Let's try 60 degrees and see what it likes about that. Great. Okay, so don't forget that this is a bit of a tricky section. Use what you can to try to figure it out. There is a way that you can make a better educated guess because you know at least what 45 degrees is half of your 90. And if it gets to be bigger than 90, then you can do it the other way going as well and just add your 45 degrees to your 90 along this way, right? So halfway that way, that would be another 45 degrees. So you'd add your 45 and your 90. And what would that give you? Good, 135. Okay, so that would be about 135. So you could add or subtract from there. Remember, a straight line all the way across. There would be a 90 degree plus another 90 degrees, which would give you 180 degrees. All right, my writing with my mouse is improving daily. All right, grade sixes, I hope that you do well. Don't stress about this section. It's giving you a whole 15 degrees to be able to work with. So try to get it as accurate as possible. And have a good day, and I will see you soon. Ciao for now.